27-year-old man is behind bars for killing his elderly roommate and injuring his girlfriend while she was visiting. At 12:02 p.m. on Sunday the 31st of March, authorities responded to a home in the 7600 block of Canberra Way in Riverside, California on reports of a shooting. When officers arrived, the suspect, 27-year-old Christopher Jacob Lennox, was pointed out to police and he was quickly detained. Law enforcement entered the house and found 75-year-old Robert Joe McGinn unresponsive with gunshot wounds. Despite attempting life-saving measures, he died at the scene from his injuries. Police also found a woman across the street with gunshot wounds. She was treated by paramedics and transported to a local hospital, where she remains in a critical condition. Investigators learned that Christopher and Robert lived together with other roommates at the home. Christopher's girlfriend was visiting him, and they got into a dispute. Christopher grabbed a gun and shot his girlfriend before she fled across the street. Robert then came out of his room, and Christopher shot him as well. Officers recovered a handgun inside the residence they believe was used in the shooting. Christopher was arrested and charged with murder, attempted murder, domestic violence and weapons violations. He remains held at the Riverside County Jail on a $1 million bail. 53-year-old Larry Hawkins is behind bars after fatally shooting his son. At just before 8 p.m. on Saturday the 23rd of March, authorities responded to the 3500 block of Russick Drive in Killeen, Texas on reports of a shooting. When officers arrived on scene, they found a woman holding towels on the chest of a bleeding man who had been shot. Life-saving measures were performed, but were unsuccessful, and the victim was pronounced dead at 8:38 p.m. The man shot was identified as 26-year-old Deontay Hawkins, Larry Hawkins' son. Police spoke to the woman, identified as Deontay's girlfriend, who told authorities that she and Deontay were at Larry's house. She said that Deontay went downstairs when Larry came home, and she recorded their interaction from upstairs. An argument broke out between the father and son about the son owing the father money. During the argument, the girlfriend heard a loud gunshot and a second gunshot a short time later. The girlfriend ran downstairs to find Deontay suffering from a gunshot wound to the chest. Police found the weapon on scene. Larry told authorities that Deontay attacked him and he shot his son in self-defense. Investigators said that Larry showed no signs of being in a physical struggle and was subsequently arrested that same night. Larry was charged with first-degree murder and was booked into the Bell County Jail, where he remains held on a $150,000 bond. The investigation into the matter continues. 65-year-old Pamela Harville has been arrested for fatally shooting her husband at their home. On the night of Tuesday, the 2nd of April, authorities responded to a home at 3414 Millville Oxford Road in Riley Township, Ohio, on reports of a disturbance. When officers arrived, they entered the residence and found a deceased man with multiple gunshot wounds. Authorities said that Pamela purposefully shot her husband several times in his body and head, causing his death. She was taken into custody and charged with aggravated murder and booked into the Butler County Jail. On Thursday the 4th of April, she appeared in court before her arraignment. She said that she has hired a defense attorney and that attorney is Donald Trump. She then told court workers that she wasn't feeling well and was having chest pains and was unable to move to the defense table. Shortly after, Pamela fell out of her chair to the ground, complaining that she was suffering a heart attack. Medics responded to the courtroom and took her to a local hospital for treatment. Pamela's bond was originally set at $100,000, but the judge raised it to $250,000. She's scheduled to reappear in court on the 11th of April. The motive of the killing is unclear, and authorities have not released the victim's name until the coroner's office investigation is completed.